Hello, good evening, young men. You are welcome in the SOAP zoology classes once again. On the last time, we were talking about some aspects of carbohydrate metabolism. Although it is a very lengthy topic, but I made an attempt to simplify it by first describing its short notes. So we discussed about electron transport chain, phosphorylation, ATP. Regarding carbohydrate metabolism, actually there will be two stages. First of all, we will discuss about basic fundamentals for lower classes, and after that, in the second phase, we will discuss it some advanced level for higher classes. So I shall try to tailor it for both category of students. So what is metabolism? Metabolism is all chemical changes taking place in our body. It includes some destructive reactions which are called catabolism, some constructive reactions which are called anabolism. So for carbohydrate metabolism, there are different fates of glucose. There are some anabolism, for example photosynthesis and glycogenesis, and much reactions are of catabolic type. Photosynthesis is much more concerned with the botany. Botany teacher will tell you about that. In animals, sometimes there is glycogenesis or formation of glycogen from glucose in the liver and muscle cells. There is, whenever needed, there is glycogenolysis in the storage organ liver and muscle cells, where glycogen is broken down up to the level of glucose and it is brought into blood circulation. During oxidation of glucose molecule, there are three steps: one, the electron transport chain, glycolysis, and the Krebs cycle. In glycolysis, the 6 carbon level carbohydrates are broken down up to the level of 3 carbon compounds, and we had already discussed that there are two types of reactions: substrate level phosphorylation and oxidative phosphorylation. Then whenever there is a need of glucose and no stored glycogen is there, in that cases glucose can be formed from amino acids and fatty acids, and that process is called gluconeogenesis. Actually, after glycolysis, what happens? Acetyl coenzyme is formed, and acetyl coenzyme is a very important molecule because it acts as a metabolic mill. So it can link the oxidation of carbohydrate with oxidation of amino acids and fatty acids. So both way, amino acids and fatty acids can be converted into carbohydrates, and carbohydrates can be converted into amino acids and fatty acids through this intermediate step, acetyl coenzyme A. In ETS we have already discussed, Cori cycle we will discuss. I would like to emphasize you in the case of glycolysis. First of all, although there is a long chain of reaction, but the critical steps are of 3 types. The 3 main types of reactions in glucose oxidation are, at certain places there is isomerization, in which one isomer is changed into another isomer. For example, the conversion of 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde into dihydroxyacetone phosphate. And the enzyme will be isomerase. Second, there is removal of carbon dioxide at many places, which is called decarboxylation. For example, conversion of oxalosuccinic acid to alpha-glutaric acid. Here also, the enzyme will be called decarboxylase. At certain places, there is removal of hydrogen, which is also called dehydrogenation, and for that, the enzyme will be called dehydrogenase. So if there is oxidation of malic acid, the enzyme will be called malic acid dehydrogenase. If there is oxidation of succinic acid, the enzyme will be called succinic acid dehydrogenase. So there is nothing to worry about learning and remembering these things. The basic fundamentals should be very clear in your mind, and after that the whole topic will become very interesting and less cumbersome to you. So now let us see, for the first time we will discuss about the basic steps of glycolysis Krebs cycle for basic students, and in the second phase we will talk about its advanced treatment by the structural formula for the students of higher classes. So let us see. C6H12O6 6 carbon compound. For starting the reaction, two phosphate molecules are attached. First of all at the 6 carbon level and then at the 1 carbon level. So first of all there is formation of glucose 6 phosphate. It is isomerized into fructose 6 phosphate. Another phosphate is given by ATP and fructose 1,6 diphosphate is formed. So this is early preparation of the molecule for the reaction. After that what happens? At this level, fructose 1,6 diphosphate breaks into two molecules of 3 carbon compounds. One is dihydroxyacetone phosphate and second is the 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde. Now, as I have already told you during phosphorylation, that there are two types of reactions. One, substrate level phosphorylation, in which there is some rearrangement of energy at the level of molecule by which one ordinary phosphate is converted into a high energy phosphate, and that is given to an ADP molecule. So one ATP is formed at a time. Secondly, there is one reaction where hydrogen is removed, dehydrogenation takes place. That hydrogen is ionized and it goes into electron transport chain. So 3 ATP are formed from one molecule. There are two molecules, 3 carbon molecules. So 2 into 3, 6 ATP will be formed. And at this level, it's at two levels, substrate level. This is called oxidative phosphorylation, because the energy coming out after glucose oxidation is immediately utilized in phosphorylation of ADP to form ATP. Second type of reaction is substrate level phosphorylation, which takes place at two levels, at this level and at this level. So here after 1,3-diphosphoglyceric acid, 3-phosphoglyceric acid is formed, one phosphate is utilized to form a high energy phosphate, and that produces one ATP. There are two molecules, so 2 ATP will be formed here, 2 ATP will be formed here, 6 plus 2, 8, 12, 10 and minus 2 which was utilized. So total output is 8 ATP during glycolysis. And during a Krebs cycle in the electron transport chain after Krebs cycle, 30 ATP molecules are formed. So the basic points should be very much clear. I tell you that if some of the steps you forget at the time of examination, don't worry. If basic concepts have been described by you in clear-cut way, if you forget 1-2 points, it is not going to cut your marks. If you are talking about glucose 6-phosphate, fructose 6-phosphate, if you forget 1 point, you can directly come that glucose is by 2 steps, it is changed into fructose 1,6 diphosphate, a 6 carbon molecule, and it is broken into 2 molecules of 3 carbon compounds. So it does not make a difference. One more thing, pyruvic acid is formed after glycolysis, CH3COCOOH. And there are 3 fates of this pyruvic acid. If it is aerobic respiration, in case of both plant and animal cells, it enters into Krebs cycle and electron transport chain, 30 ATP are formed. If there is anaerobic respiration, there is no glucose, there is no oxygen, then what will happen? In animal cells, it forms lactic acid, and in plant cells, it forms acetaldehyde and then ethyl alcohol. So, when we focus on the important event taking place in the cycle, the whole cycle becomes less cumbersome to you. Thank you very much.